Earlier today, Governor Spanberger signed into law a ban on assault firearms and high-capacity magazines.
Tonight, we sent a message.
Background checks are proven to help law enforcement keep guns out of the hands of those who pose a danger to themselves.
We are committed to preventing gun violence. We are committed to making an impact.
She's all about big government. And so she'll sign that, and then we'll end up challenging it.
I know that Congress must reinstate a ban on the manufacturing, sale, and transfer of military-style weapons.
Virginia just passed one of the most aggressive assault weapons bans in American history. It passed. House Bill 2117 and Senate Bill 749 together ban what Democrats in Richmond are calling assault firearms, ban magazines over 15 rounds, and impose criminal penalties on anyone caught violating these provisions after July 1st, 2025. Governor Abigail Spanberger proposed amendments to soften the bills, and the Democrat supermajority in the General Assembly told her no thanks. We want these bills as written. This is going to become law, and I'm going to break down exactly what it means for you, what you can still do, what you can't do, and how much time you have left.
Earlier today, Governor Spanberger signed into law a ban on assault firearms and high-capacity magazines.
Background checks are proven to help law enforcement keep guns out of the hands of those who pose a danger to themselves.
The law makes it a Class 1 misdemeanor to make, sell, buy, import, or transfer an assault firearm.
Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger signed a series of gun control bills toughening a proposed assault firearms ban.
People across our Commonwealth and the rest of the country have been impacted by acts of gun violence.
Will make it illegal to sell, buy, import, make, or transfer assault weapons in Virginia starting July 1st.
If you own an AR-15 in Virginia, this affects you. If you own a standard Glock 17 with factory magazines, this affects you. If you carry concealed, if you keep a firearm in your vehicle, if you have a young adult in your household between 18 and 20 years old, this affects every single one of you. We are not talking about hypothetical legislation sitting in committee somewhere. These bills cleared the General Assembly back in March. The governor's amendments were rejected by the supermajority, and barring something truly unprecedented, these provisions take effect July 1st, 2025. That is your deadline. That is the date your legal reality in Virginia changes, and you need to understand exactly how it changes before that date arrives. Virginia is being called California East, and honestly, when you read what's in these bills, that comparison is generous. Some of these provisions go further than anything California has on the books right now. Alright, so let me walk you through the core of what's happening here. House Bill 2117, that's the assault firearms ban, prohibits the import, sale, manufacture, purchase, and transfer of what the bill defines as assault firearms. Now, that term, assault firearm, is a legal fiction invented by Democrats in Richmond. It doesn't correspond to any functional category that exists in the firearms world. But here's how they define it. A rifle qualifies as an assault firearm if it is semi-automatic, center fire, and has either a fixed magazine capacity of more than 15 rounds, or it accepts detachable magazines and has one or more of the following features: a folding, telescoping, or collapsible stock, a thumbhole stock, a pistol grip that protrudes conspicuously beneath the action, a second-hand grip or protruding grip that can be held by the non-trigger hand, a grenade launcher, or a threaded barrel capable of accepting a muzzle brake, compensator, suppressor, or flash suppressor. That list covers virtually every modern sporting rifle on the market. Your AR-15, your AK pattern rifle, your Ruger PC carbine with a pistol grip. All of it falls under this definition.
I'm of an age where my shotgun was in my car so I could pheasant hunt after football practice. That's not where we live today.
We are committed to preventing gun violence. We are committed to making an impact.
Here because gun violence is destroying communities, tearing apart families, and making our streets less safe.
Today in support of H.R. 1808, the assault weapons ban, legislation that will help reduce the gun massacres being committed.
Shotguns get the same treatment. If it has a folding or telescoping stock, accepts detachable magazines, or has a capacity over 15 rounds, it's an assault firearm under this law. Pistols too. AR-15 pistols, AK-47 style pistols, those are now classified as assault firearms. Senate Bill 749, that's the magazine ban, prohibits the sale, purchase, or transfer of any magazine with a capacity greater than 15 rounds after July 1st. Let me be clear about what 15 rounds means in practical terms. A standard Glock 17 ships with 17-round magazines. A SIG P320 ships with 17-round magazines. A SIG P365X macro ships with 17-round magazines. Democrats in Richmond just decided that the standard factory configuration of some of the most popular handguns in America is now illegal to purchase in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Now, here is the critical part, the grandfathering provision. Firearms and magazines that you own before July 1st, 2025 are grandfathered. You can keep them. You can possess them. You can carry your grandfathered handgun with your grandfathered 17-round magazine, but you cannot buy, sell, or transfer new ones after that date. So if you're planning to buy magazines, if you're planning to buy a rifle that falls under this definition, you need to do it now, not next month, now. Every day you wait is a day closer to July 1st.
Spanberger said she signed it because, quote, firearms designed to inflict maximum casualties do not belong on our streets.
Governor Spanberger said she signed the bill, quote, to protect families and support the law enforcement officers.
Virginia will no longer allow for the sale, making, or purchase of assault weapons, with some exceptions.
I know that Congress must reinstate a ban on the manufacturing, sale, and transfer of military-style weapons.
Weapons similar to those I carried in Iraq and Afghanistan have no place in our streets, in our communities.
You had this department who stood idly by while states tried to keep President Trump off the ballot.
The Virginia Citizens Defense League put together a detailed Q&A breaking all of this down, and I'll link it in the description. But here are the key points you need to understand. If you carry a standard handgun, a Glock, a SIG, a Smith & Wesson, something that isn't an AR-15 pistol or AK pattern pistol, you can continue to carry it in public, concealed or openly, with whatever magazines you owned before July 1st, regardless of capacity. Threaded barrels on standard handguns do not make them assault firearms under this law. Your carry gun is still legal. But assault firearms as defined by this bill can no longer be carried in any area open to the public. That means streets, sidewalks, parks, buildings, anywhere the public has access. The only exceptions are while actively hunting, while at an established shooting range, or while participating in a shooting contest. Outside of those narrow exceptions, your AR-15 stays on private property after July 1st. Here's what else changes. If you're between 18 and 20 years old, you can no longer purchase a handgun or an assault firearm anywhere in Virginia. You can be gifted one, but nothing of value can be given in return. You can possess a handgun and carry it openly, but an assault firearm can only be carried on private property, not open to the public. Firearms can no longer be carried in hospital emergency rooms, doctors' offices, college buildings, or on college grounds. And this one is genuinely insane when you think about the shooting at UVA just a short time ago, or the shooting on the campus of ODU this year where a decorated veteran and teacher was shot and killed. The people who could stop those threats are now the ones being disarmed.
History of the United States Department of Justice, you now have them stepping in preemptively before a bill actually becomes law.
The law makes it a Class 1 misdemeanor to make, sell, buy, import, or transfer an assault firearm.
With the last administration, when you saw a weaponization of this department, the likes of which had never been seen in history.
I can't believe what this new Governor Spanberger has done to the Commonwealth. People that voted for Spanberger are saying to themselves, why did I do that?
Vehicle storage changes too. Your handgun must be stored out of sight in a locked, hard-sided container, a glove box, or a console with a lock. If your firearm gets stolen and it wasn't properly secured, you must report the theft to police within 48 hours or face charges. Starting July 1st, 2027, unserialized homemade firearms, what Democrats call ghost guns, can no longer be possessed at all. If you own one now, you need to get it serialized before that date. If you move to Virginia with one, you have 90 days to serialize it. And here's the part that should make your blood boil. During the General Assembly session, Democrats exempted themselves from these storage and serialization requirements. Rules for thee, but not for me. If you're caught violating these provisions after July 1st, you're looking at a Class 1 misdemeanor and 3 years of probation. That's a criminal record for possessing something that is constitutionally protected.
Spanberger is at the center of some controversy here following her decision to sign and then toughen a series of gun control bills.
In the Commonwealth, we know far too well the horrors of gun violence that impact our communities.
She's all about big government. And so she'll sign that, and then we'll end up challenging it.
The amendments would ban the sale, transfer, manufacture, and importation of assault firearms defined as semi-automatic rifles.
Now let me give you the honest assessment. Is there any chance this doesn't become law? Realistically, very slim. Governor Spanberger does not need to sign these bills for them to become law. If she simply lets them sit, they become law automatically without her signature. And I'd be genuinely surprised if she held a ceremonial bill signing on this. She ran as a moderate. She branded herself as Queen Affordability. Putting her signature on the most aggressive gun ban in Virginia history doesn't exactly fit that brand. But whether she signs it, vetoes it, or lets it ride, the supermajority has the votes to override a veto anyway. So the math is the math. I'd put the odds of this not becoming law at maybe 5%, and that's being generous. What you need to think about right now is the legal challenges. These provisions are ripe for constitutional challenge under the framework established in New York State Rifle and Pistol Association v. Bruen, the 2022 Supreme Court decision. That decision requires gun laws to be consistent with the nation's historical tradition of firearms regulation, magazine bans, and assault weapons bans are being challenged across the country right now. Duncan v. Bonta, that's the California magazine ban case, is working its way through the courts and could set major precedent. But litigation takes time, and July 1st does not wait for the courts.
Spanberger said she signed it because, quote, firearms designed to inflict maximum casualties do not belong on our streets.
I know that Congress must reinstate a ban on the manufacturing, sale, and transfer of military-style weapons.
My bill, the Mental Health Access and Gun Violence Prevention, which increase access to mental health treatment in this bill.
We're ready to take on every avenue possible to make sure that this law gets blocked and that Virginia citizens have the right to keep and bear arms.
So here's your status check. Magazines over 15 rounds, buy them before July 1st. Any rifle, pistol, or shotgun that falls under the assault firearms definition, buy it before July 1st. After that date, you can keep what you have, but you cannot buy, sell, or transfer. Carry restrictions on assault firearms take effect July 1st. Vehicle storage requirements take effect July 1st. The ghost gun possession ban takes effect July 1st, 2027. Read the full Virginia Citizens Defense League breakdown. It's linked in the description, and know your rights before these laws take effect. Legal challenges are coming, but compliance deadlines are not waiting for the courts. That's it for today, folks. See you in the next video.